Hello guys, here John Trail and welcome in the fourth hike review of the season 1. Today we are back in the Triglav National Park for a huge mountain, the Mangart. Both the hike routes and the approach by car are rather impressive, stunning, awesome, mind-blowing. Well, I'm not sure, but it's definitely fun. Despite the car road allowing you to reach almost 2000 meters high, the Mangart will still make you sweat a little bit, as the third highest mountain of Slovenia should do, with 2677 meters high. The ascent of the west face will offer you to walk along the Italian border, from where you might see the beautiful Fusine lakes, Laghi di Fusine. Okay, so now that I pick up your interest, let's open the maps. The Mangart belongs to the Julian Alps and is located in the northwestern part of the Triglav National Park. The top is exactly on the border between Slovenia and Italy, and you will have a privileged view on the beautiful colors of the twin Fusine lakes while climbing the north face of the Mangart. To get to the parking, you will come either from the Italian side via Passo del Predil or from the Slovenian side via Log Pond Mangartom. When you are at the fork indicated by the red symbol, you will look for the direction of Kokana Mangarskem. Don't forget some cash money, because after 2 or 3 kilometers on this road it will be a toll and you will have to pay €5 per vehicle. Consider as well that they count the number of vehicles at the toll, and once the parking on the top is full, they simply block the road. So you have about 50 parking places on the top, so if you want a chance to get a parking place, I recommend you to be at the toll before 9 on the morning in summer. Now the car is parked and we are ready to start the hike. For the hike review, I propose you the blue variant with 3 stars. You will start from Kokana Mangarskiem and you will walk until the top of the Mangart, going through a section cable and very nice views. The complete tour is about 3 hours and a half and 2 hours to reach the top, so it's not a very long hike, and the total elevation is about 820 meters plus and minus. From the parking, the first section of the path is actually a concrete road, quite large, made from cars, so there's no particular difficulty. So here you can see how the Mangart look like when you start from the parking. So it's a huge amount of stone which is just in front of you and which is really impressive. After some hundreds of meters on the concrete road, you will leave it for a normal hiking path and you will arrive at the level of Mangartsko Sedlo, from which you can have a nice view. So Mangartsko Sedlo is not directly on our hike, but you can just make a little variant and just to enjoy the view from there. But you can as well continue, and here you will see very nice views on the Mangart while climbing up to the top. Here on the left you see the path going, and the path stays on the left side, while here you have like a huge mountain in front of you. On the right hand side here, this is the place where you come from. We can see the road coming from the bottom, and this is where you park your car. Here the Mangartsko Sedlo, which you can normally reach with the car, which is now closed. And here from this place where we have been, and which is just above the Sedlo, you see in the background you have the 2 Fusine lakes, which are just absolutely awesome. So now coming to the path again, you will have an indication on the stone where you can see Slovenska smera, which means like Slovenian variant. This is a way to reach the top via a cable section, which is not the one I will present in the blue variant, but in the red one. So here you will be very close to the cliff going to the top. On the 3D map you can see on the right hand side the Slovenska smera going to the top via a cable section, quite difficult, so where you need of course a security gear. And if you can have a look now on the left hand side, you see a little line coming from the Italian side, which is the Italian Skismera going to the top of the Mangart. We will continue straight and you will have several cables to help you in case it's a bit slippery, but this section does not present any specific difficulties. I still recommend you to wear a helmet, because in case there's a lot of people you can get a stone on your head, so be extremely careful. This is how it looks like when you climb in this place. So you see you have quite a nice path without a particular difficulty, but the view around is very beautiful. Continuing on the path, you will reach the other side, which is the north side of the Mangart, from where you will have a wonderful view on the mountains around, and especially here, the Yalovets, which is the fourth highest mountain of Slovenia. Very beautiful one. You cannot see the access because it's on the other side. And here you have like the path, how it looked like just below the top, and the top is actually exactly in the middle of the photo. Continuing the way, you will finally reach the top in about 2 hours. Reaching the top, you will have a wonderful view, 360 degrees around, and you will see as well the beautiful cross of the Mangart top than you can see now on the video. So you see it's pretty crowded and it was a lot of people. So here this is the indication for the Slovenská smera, so which is the way back if you want to climb down the Via Ferrata, which I do not recommend. It's way much easier to go and climb this path. And it's already time to go back to the car via the same path, so no particular difficulties on the way back. I remember when it was pretty funny actually to go down. And you will finally reach the parking in 1 hour and a half, more or less. So for a hike in total of 3 hours and a half, 820 meters elevation. You will enjoy a nice view on both the Italian and the Slovenian side, and you will be able to see, if the weather is clear, the most beautiful mountains on the Slovenian side. And like usually, I offer you some variants. For once, I propose you a green variant with 2 stars. Starting from the parking, you will go on the right hand side, so not to the top of the Mangart, but rather to the Maliver and to the Erdőska Skala, from where you will get a wonderful view on the Korytnica Valley. So if the weather is great and you are there with your family and little kids maybe, this is definitely a hike for you. And the second variant, the red one, with 3 stars for the athletes. So you start from the parking and you will go to the top of the Mangart, going through the Slovenská smera this time, so which is quite impressive. You need your security gear and a very good physical condition, because it's a pretty difficult one and you have no possibility to escape in case you are in difficulty. So be very careful before engaging on this hike. The way back will be the same than for the blue variant that I presented before, and you should close this hike in about 2 hours and a half, 4 hours for the round trip. Don't forget that you can check my variants by clicking on the links in the description. You will access directly to my FATMAP account and you will be able to have a better view on the different possibilities. And the hike review of the Mangart is over. I guess you are already packing your hiking gear and booking a flight for Ljubljana. In the meantime, I see you next week for another hike in the Triglav National Park. Ciao! The ascent of the west face will offer you taking a flight to Ljubljana.